Hey guys, welcome back to the Tukes and Tires YouTube channel. As always, I'm Zach, and this week we're making a terrible financial decision, and we're building a boat.
Hey, is that Timmy's?
Yeah, because we're in Canada. Lacey looking pretty thrilled with this project here. Well guys, hopefully you've watched the opening scene and you've read the title. We're building a boat. And you might be asking yourself, Zach, why do you even want to own this piece of fiberglass? You're into rusty cars. And it's solely just because I started following an Instagram page one day. I'm gonna blame them for this whole project. Show me your boat hull. And you know, I kind of got hooked. So I don't know if you've ever seen those sweet jet boats with like inboard motors with like huge exhaust hanging out the back. Basically, I've been hooked on that for like probably a solid 2 years now, and I've always wanted to build one, but the prices of them have always been outrageous. So for the starting video for this project, you know, I figured I'd show you guys kind of what I got so far for this thing, and then hopefully as the videos go on, we're gonna actually try to build this into a jet boat. I know nothing about boats, so this is going to be a learning experience for me. Definitely comment down below if you have any, you know, good pages or anything good to watch so that I can learn. Obviously, this is something new. It's exciting. Obviously, I'm very familiar with vehicles, so for the only way for me to own a boat, it's got to have a car motor in it, and we're building a big block jet boat. So I will put some pictures on the screen of kind of, you know, inspiration and ideas of what I want this thing to hopefully maybe look like when we're done. We're trying to do this as budget friendly as possible, so everything I've bought has been pretty cheap so far. There are going to be some pricey things that we do need to buy to actually make all this kind of function, but you know, around here where I'm from in Ontario, Canada, people are asking about 10 grand for like the boat that I kind of want, and then they're not even kind of what I want. Like, you know, like I don't like the paint schemes or the interiors or like basically what they got going on. So I figured we might as well build what I want and try to do it on a budget. So hopefully it's, you know, as of right now, this is a fine looking vessel I got here, and we're going to talk about it in a second. Basically, we're going to build the boat, see if it floats, and then hopefully we're going to change the look of it afterwards with maybe a cool paint job. But as of right now, this is what we're working with. This is a 17-foot, it's a 1976 Kona Witchcraft, or as it was sold here in Canada, it was called a Witchcraft. There was a, you know, and comment down below, hopefully I'm right. I have no idea if I am, but all I can see is that there is a badge on the inside that says Mackay, and then there is a badge, or there used to be a badge on the back that says Kona. So hopefully this information is semi-correct. This is a speedboat, and it used to be for a outboard motor, but we're going to be changing that. So this is our blank slate to start with for this jet boat project. You know, it's yeah, it's something. It's a piece of fiberglass, and as of right now, I kind of hate fiberglass, so you know, it is what it is. You know, the guy I bought this off of, he did a whole bunch of work to it. I actually ended up only buying this boat for like 400 bucks. I had to drive like 2 hours one way to go get it, and it came with the trailer, so I figured that wasn't too bad. So it's had the floor all redone. He put new marine plywood in the back on the transom there. So, you know, it's a pretty good, I would say, start for this project. We're going to be doing a bunch of fiberglass work back here to actually change this, because I don't want it to look like it was for an outboard motor and then we just kind of cut a hole in the back. I do have some parts already for this project in the shop, so once we're done here, I'll actually show you guys all that stuff. But yeah, you know, this thing, it's pretty cool. It's a new adventure for me, that's for sure, but it's going to be a learning process for all of us. Hopefully you guys are going to like this project. Hopefully we could actually maybe get it out this year. It's going to be maybe kind of hacked together, but it's, you know, hopefully we can actually test it on the water. I think that would be pretty sweet. But, you know, we're going to have to end up changing where the steering wheel goes over to this side, and then we're going to get some seats for it, and then there's going to be a big honking big block here. So, you know, that's going to be something. We're going to be cutting the bottom of it out. We're going to be fitting in a jet drive. So, you know, it's going to be fun. It's going to be something new, and yeah, I'm excited to get this project started. I've actually owned this boat for like about a year, and maybe you guys seen it in the background and stuff like that in other videos, but I think I only posted a little bit about it when I first got it, but definitely not what I wanted to do with it. So this is Project Witchy Woman, if I haven't stated that already, but yeah, it is definitely, yeah, it's a piece of fiberglass. But I think what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna wash up the motor I bought from a buddy Austin that we did power tour with, and then we're gonna show you guys everything else I got for this project. So we'll meet you over at the shop washing, and then we'll show you the goodies. So you just watched us get this motor all shined up, and it's looking a whole lot better from that grungy thing it used to be. And you can see we have a whole bunch of other goodies laying out on the ground here. I'd say these are our main building blocks to actually making this jet boat happen. So let's just jump right into it and tell you what we got here. So this is our big block Chevy that we're going to be using. It is only a 366. I'm pretty sure that's the smallest big block you can get. I was kind of hoping it was a 427, but you know, it is what it is. And when the price is right, this is kind of what you get. It is a tall deck though, so that's pretty sweet. I do want to give my buddy Austin from Boosted Super Sport a huge shout out for actually hooking me up with this thing. He had it laying around for a project he's working on, and you know, it was just within our price range. So I ended up paying about $500 for this thing. That's totally reasonable for what the price of big blocks are going nowadays here up in Ontario. And you know, later on down the road, if we find something else, you know, some bigger motor or something else, you know, this will always be a good motor just to have laying around. So you can see that it's actually had some kind of work done to it at one point. The block was milled off, so I have no idea. Austin knew nothing about this motor other than it did run and drive and had good oil pressure. So we are going to fire this thing up. I do have a cool intake and, you know, a cool plan for exhaust on this thing, but you guys are just going to have to stick around for the motor video and we actually fire this thing up and show you what we're going to be doing to it and actually giving it a whole makeover basically. But I'd say this is a great start for, you know, the price it was and what we could get my hands on, and I didn't have to drive too far because Austin actually lives pretty close to where I am, so that's awesome. And you can see that we have a whole other pile of goodies over here. I do have some other stuff to go with this whole jet pump or jet drive, whatever you want to call it, but these are the main bits here to actually make this thing a jet boat. This is a Berkeley brand jet drive. It's actually pretty funny. So the boat is a 1976, and this jet pump was actually also built in 1976. So that's super cool. Also, the motor could be within that range. Austin said that that came out of a 79. So we're almost within all the same range of, like, you know, yearage for the boat. So it's going to be super cool that we can actually pretty much say that it's a 70s era jet boat. But basically, like I said before, I know nothing about boats, but I do know that we have to cut all the stuff into the boat. So this bottom intake, we're going to actually like cut and fiberglass into the bottom of the boat. We're going to be cutting a hole in the back of the boat for that bowl to actually hang out of. I do also have the ring to go around that for the back. So we're going to be fitting all that onto the back of this boat. We are going to have to rebuild all this stuff, so there is going to be a video out of us actually tearing into this thing and doing a whole overhaul on it, so that's going to be super cool. I think actually for this whole jet drive, I only paid about $400 for that. All this pricing is in Canadian, so if you want to do the conversion to American, you can. But basically, we don't have a whole lot into this boat so far for price-wise, if you're actually looking at jet boats. And I'd say, you know, a lot of it's going to be in the labor that we're going to do to actually make this whole boat actually happen, so I'm perfectly okay with that. Another cool little goodie we got there was actually that gas pedal that's for a boat, so that's super cool. That came with the whole jet drive, so that's awesome. So I do have a rebuild kit on the way for this thing. I think we're going to actually mock this up into the boat before then, just because do it while all the bad junk is in it and get that over and done with. But so far, this is like all the main bits that we need to make this boat, a jet boat. Like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing because I've never worked on a boat in my life, but I do know that all this stuff needs to go in there. So you guys are just gonna have to stick around. I think that's gonna do it for now for this video. I just want to get something out so you guys can kind of get a sneak peek of the project that we are gonna be working on here, and kind of where we're going forward with this thing. Maybe the next video to come out is going to be the motor video of us actually firing this up, checking the oil pressure, and show you the other cool goodies we got for this thing. And then we can actually see about maybe like cutting into that boat out there. Yeah, definitely comment down below if you think this is a cool idea. Let me know all your thoughts, and if you have any info on jet boats, I would really appreciate it. And yeah, hopefully you guys are going to be sticking around for this journey. But for now, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. And as always, don't forget to salute the beaver. We'll catch you next time.